So here we have it, Wotofo PMP coil. First question I've already answered without you guys even knowing it. Genius. So this here is the Wotofo cotton that comes supplied. I thought, what if I was to snip some muji down to the same size as the Wotofo cotton? Would it work? Well, quite simply, I've been vaping on it. And the simple answer is yes, it will. As you can see, looking very discoloured there, she needs replaced. So what we do is we flip this upside down, grab us a little flathead screwdriver. First thing we need to do is just move the leg up right on that side. Then we're just going to gently prise out the central piece here. So this little gold button. Now you do get spares in the box, so don't worry if you do go firing that out into the middle of nowhere. But if we just then gently prise out as well the black O-ring, which again you do get spares, but if you are careful enough you're not going to damage it. Then we should quite simply be able to use the tool to push out what was our cotton and coil setup, and there she is. There is the old system. So the next question that I had was, well, could you reuse those coils? The mesh, possibly. Personally, I wouldn't like to. For the cost of it, I would just say get rid and replace. So there we have the bare shell, and we go again. Now, first time round it was a little bit tricky because I was doing it basically blind. Second time round I'm hoping I am going to be able to do it a lot quicker. So we simply put said piece on to said piece and bend over like so. The key thing is to make sure you give it a really good pinch, because if you give it a really good pinch, when you slide it back inside of this tube, it should just slide down if you've given it a good enough pinch. If you haven't, if you've not gone quite tight enough, then you are going to have a little bit of a battle to wrestle it in. But once she is lined up, she is just straight in, and just like that, again, we are back in with fresh cotton. As before, you will take one of these legs, if I can get the camera to focus there, and you will bend that down through your little gap through that piece there. Next one stays upright, and then we simply reverse the process. We are putting the black bung back inside. We are putting the gold piece back inside. And then once those two pieces are in, there we go. So we are now rebuilt. Now all that's left to do is to trim off the excess legs and the cotton. And there we go, we are ready to roll again. Now, one thing I would say is this area here where you've cut the cotton, make sure it isn't sticking out too far, because when that swells up with juice, when it comes to actually unscrewing this top cap afterwards, it can be on there pretty damn snug. So with the cotton in place, we simply screw this back together and then insert into our tank. As we can see here, rocking the Wotofo PMP system. In she goes straight away. Job's a good one. So there we have it. So to summarize, can you reuse the mesh? No, not really. Can you use alternate cotton? Yes, you can. Is it easy to rebuild? Yes, it is easy to rebuild, because you're even better at it than you were first time round. So all in all, a win-win for me. And there she is, DragX, sitting proudly inside of the pod. What more could I ask for? Beautiful flavour. Recycled PMP pod. Away we go. So there we have it, rebuilding the rebuildable Wotofo Smrt PMP coil. Is Wotofo compatible, Vaporesso compatible, and of course the Wotofo compatibility as well. Can you reuse the mesh? No. Do you have to use Wotofo cotton? Also, no. Is it easy to rebuild? Yes, it is a very simple system to operate and use. So I think it's a very good idea, very good concept, and I think it's very well landed as well. So definitely worth a try. Not only will it save your money, but it will save on wastage as well. So win-win situation.